China are still going strong. My husband and I renovated our apartment, and if we were in the States, it would have been 5 times more expensive. I use tons of technology here, and it is so innovative and easy to use. The apps also that are China made are updated all the time. Instagram, Facebook, and other Western apps, I'm looking at you. Next time you hear made in China means low quality, ask yourself, who's really cutting corners and who's pocketing the difference? Why do we blame an entire country for the greed of a few corporations? China doesn't decide your product's quality, capitalism does.
10 years ago, almost all my electronics were from American, European, or Japanese brands. Back then, made in China basically meant cheap and low quality stuff. But over the past few years, I bought so many more Chinese tech gadgets, and I really want to share them with you. They're actually super popular worldwide, although many people have not realized that they're from China. For example, even Trump once used an Anker power bank on a live stream, but I'm pretty sure he had no idea it was Chinese. Speaking of Anker, I do own a lot of Anker charging products. This is not a sponsored video. I paid for every single one of these. My favorite is this one. It's a power bank, but also a charger with built-in cables. So when I'm out, I can just plug it in and charge my phone. If the battery runs out, I'll just find an outlet and it charges itself. Or I can use it as a regular charger. It's quite powerful, and it even works for something like a MacBook Air. So when I travel for work, this is pretty much the only charger that I need to bring. Another gadget I use all the time is this charging cube. This is a result of an impulse buy since I spent over $100 on it. Is it necessary? No. But does it look cool on my desk? Hell yeah. And it can charge my Apple Watch, my iPhone, and my AirPods all at once. So I just couldn't resist it. Overall, I love seeing Chinese brands expanding into a more diverse and well-designed product spectrum. I really hope that in the future, Made in China will be a label that makes people feel trustworthy and make us feel proud. So if there is a Chinese brand that you like, drop it in the comments, let us know.
China's tech is on the next level.
First, let's take a picture using Huawei phone. Then you open the photo gallery. Hold your hand near the phone. Grab the photo in the air and don't let it go. You can even go farther. Now you can let it go. And boom, the photo is already transferred. Super easy, right? And let's try something even crazy. Sharing photos have never been this simple. You can grab the photo and share to your friends. And boom, so easy. Do you want to try it?
Chinese are not known for originality, which might be true, but some original Chinese invention might be underrated. For example, chopsticks, okay? Some people might laugh, like that's like caveman stuff. You use stick, we use fork. Okay, think about it. Orange and chicken. It's not a Chinese invention. All Chinese food has to be diced. There's no big chunk of food because of chopsticks. We can only pick small piece of food. Orange and chicken just will never be Chinese cuisine, okay? Because the great invention of chopsticks, it helped regulate our eating habit. We don't like use hand or forks to shovel food to your mouth. We can only use chopsticks. Pick little piece into our mouth, which regulated our eating, because humans are just not good enough to regulate yourself. And eating is such a huge part of your health. Because your digestive system, whatever into your mouth has to be digested. If you shuffle food into your mouth, you are giving your digestive system too much burden at too short a time. Chopsticks, a fantastic invention, help to regulate your eating, to help to regulate the kind of food you made. What a great invention.
Hello everyone, I'm Jack. I think some of you would like to see how the real factory of China will be like. Because I think some of you will be told that Chinese factory was a sweatshop, but actually it's not. And today I will drive from Shanghai to the Suzhou and to see how the actually factory in China would be like.
看到没有？
And here's the wind power station. This was investment by the government, and this will reduce pollution indeed. Yeah, and my son love it very much. It was exciting to see this. Okay, we almost get there. This is a logistics center. It's very large. It will have for our delivery the good. And this is also the house for the village. Sometimes they live upstairs and rent the first floor, so they can get external income. Okay, we almost arrived. Here's our factory, and now it's nearly our spring festival, so there are not so many people here.
不戴帽子，不戴帽子。我们好了，大家我们马上下车，不跟穿衣服。
Now finally we arrived. Can see. And this elevator was for the people, and now we have got another one. It's much bigger for the product goods. Now a lot of the workers was going home because it's almost our Chinese Spring Festival. They will have 1 month holiday. And here is our warehouse. This workshop is for the zippers, and I will show you another for clothes. And in order to control the pollution, we invest a lot of machine to do that. For example, like this. And here's in their office. Our factory was invest a lot of this equipment to control the pollution. If we did not do that, we will get in trouble by the government. Okay, here's the warehouse for the clothes, the suit. When the clothes are finished, it will be put like this, and the people and the workers will package. Then I will show the office. And this toilet. Here's my office. Also my college, or go back home right now. And if you want to know more about Chinese factory, please leave me a comment. I will do another video for you. Thank you guys.
Chinese food has always been an important part of my life, but I always wondered why it was so much cheaper than all of the other different types of cuisines, because my family would go out to eat it as a kid and I was able to afford it as a broke college student. And when I looked it up, I didn't like the answer I found. Turns out the first Chinese restaurants in America were actually made to cater to Chinese railroad workers, and because they got paid 2/3 as much as the white workers, they had to keep prices low. At the time, white workers were unionizing and less willing to work for lower wages, so Chinese railroad workers were seen as cheap labor willing to do it for less and job stealers. And to be clear, these workers just wanted to provide for their families like everybody else, but this low-cost perception of Chinese labor and thus Chinese food led to essentially a cap on what we're willing to pay for Chinese cuisine. And if we use price as a proxy for respect, it's clear there's cuisines we're willing to pay for and those that we aren't, and that's an unfortunate representation of how we see those people and those cultures. So this AAPI Heritage Month, if you want to join the celebration, support Asian businesses, especially your local Chinese restaurant.
Here's another episode of China Living 2050. So I saw it from the Chinese social media 小红书. This is an auto Chinese cooking machine. It have a dozen way of different stir-fry style, and it can automatically just stirring food and cooking it. And you can even connect it to show you recipes just from the machine. So this content creator is simply just demonstrate one of the recipe. And she said you just put everything in it and you cover it with the lid, and the machine would do all the cooking. And that's it. It was so easy. I cannot believe it. Oh my god. It even have a cleaning cliche, like it was self-clean inside. And this is after I clean it, and she's gonna just continue to cook the second dish. Like same thing, you can even adjust the temperature, adjust the time, and it will did all the cooking for you. Wow. Like if you're Chinese, you will understand how struggle it. You have to cook it when you're cooking, because you need to keep watching it, you have to constantly stir it. It's a hassle. It's literally a hassle. Oh my god, this can do everything, even can do chow mein. Wow, amazing. Someone in the comment even said that if you have auto washing machine or auto cutting machine, you don't even need a kitchen anymore. You can just finish your meal with this 3 machine. And allegedly it only costs $200 in China.
Now take a look at this. I'm just about to buy a coffee with a little bit of a special twist. This company is called Robot Anno. Take a look at this. Oh my god. And there we have it. Take a look at that. Isn't that just the most beautiful coffee you've ever seen? There I am on my coffee. Let's have a taste. Oh my god, look at my face. I'm melting. Chinese innovation, Robot Anno. Not a sponsor, by the way, but now they owe me one big time. Although they did give me a free coffee, so I'll let them off. Now, you may have noticed something here. There are a lot of Chinese brands. In recent years, several Chinese tech brands have not only caught up with their Western counterparts, but in some cases have surpassed them in key areas like innovation, market share, and technological leadership. This shift is particularly notable in industries such as telecommunications, consumer electronics, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce.
And once again, Chinese people have surprised the world with this invention. This is the world's smartest washing machine that I ever came across. It washes your shoes, your clothes, your socks, and your underwears separately. If you think about it, this is good for households who love to wash their clothes separately. It's trending so bad on the Chinese social media right now. And everyone knows this company, Haier, one of the best companies that makes electronics in every household. And guess how much do this washing machine cost? I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised with the price. It is $551. Generally, when you go outside, you walk with people, and sometimes you come across people and you touch them by mistake. You don't know what kind of disease they have. They might have STD or HPV. And you might think I'm crazy, but if that disease goes into your underwear, sadly, you might at least have HPVs. I'm not gonna lie. People who have experience with skin disease might understand what I'm talking about. If you want to import something smart like this from China, you can contact us right now.
I'm only making this video because I'm tired. I'm tired of being left behind. Okay? Huawei ain't even in the cell phone business like that. This is just, they just throwing stuff out there like, yo, we got the technology. I'm gonna let you see a little something. This is a phone tablet. I don't even need an iPad because my phone is an iPad or it's a phone. And it comes with headphones. You see that? Wow. Not just any headphones, special headphones. Come with look at that. What's that? A charging dock? Wow, what's this? Every accessory you could possibly fucking need for this phone. I'm really tired of Apple. I don't get a charger. My phone look like every other phone that I've had in the last 5 years. Okay, the new charger you came out with, now the other chargers don't work, so hopefully I got a base because you're not giving out no more of those to save the world or whatever. Like, I'm tired.
Y'all are just now starting to give your data to the Chinese? I've been doing it for years. This is the best phone I've ever owned. Got it in 2018. Xiaomi Mix 3. Look at that screen. No camera hole. Nothing, right? Front camera's hidden under the screen. That's so cool. It has a real front flash. No phone since has had this that you can get in the US. They all have that dumb little camera hole or notch or something. I hate it. This is great. I would still use it if the battery wasn't dying. So nice and sleek. Better than my iPhone. My fitness tracker? Wowway. This thing has lasted me, like, again, I got it in 2018, 7 years. My Fitbit broke once a year minimum. This one has held up perfectly, still works. It'll probably last me another 2 or 3 years. Chinese technology is just better, and I will stand by that.
Oh
my god, that is so cool!
I think I'll be seeing these everywhere.
You can do that. Excuse me, I'm doing a street interview. I'm a tech vlogger. Do you want to try a new phone from China?
Sure.
It's a 3-fold phone.
Okay.
So you can open it. That's one time, but you can do it. Yes, yes, you're doing it great.
That's amazing.
What do you think about it?
I like it a lot. It's sort of like an iPad.
Yes, it's like a tablet.
Yeah. And then can you just use it as
yes.
Just like that?
Yes, yes.
I think it's really lovely.
It
I was
is.
just thinking about when I have an iPad in my purse, it's so heavy.
Yes.
And then a laptop is even heavier.
Yes.
And so this would be perfect.
Yes.
So I can have this. Thank you so much.
You like it?
I do like it. a lot.
Okay, okay.
I think it's really wonderful.
Okay.
I think I'll be seeing.
你俩在干什么？哦，得碰一下。
This phone right here is actually banned in America. It's the Huawei Mate X6. This is what Huawei considers one of the best foldables you can buy right now. When in folded format, you have a large edge-to-edge display, but when you open it up, you get a huge 7.9-inch display. But what's most impressive though is the thinness. It's only 4.6 millimeters when it's unfolded, which is super trippy because it feels impossibly thin. There's a large camera bump on the back where there's a triple camera setup that can shoot up to 50 megapixel pictures. I shot some fantastic photos with it here in Dubai. It's not cheap though. This phone is an eye-watering $2,000, but it might just be the best foldable out right now.
Chairman, I just met a Chinese policeman. Look at him. He's the cutest one. Oh my god. How does he work? Oh my god. He's so cute. I wanted to take a picture of him, but I'm not sure if I can bother him because he's working. Yeah? This is so cute. Oh my god. I want to tell you, I feel really safe to stay close to him. I would really love if in my country we will have something like this, you know.
Guys, the Chinese literally have the most random inventions of all time. Another Chinese product. Let's get it. But the heat in the UK for me has been unbearable, bruv. Like, I'll be wearing t-shirts and my shit will be getting stuck to my back, sweating. So I invested in a mini fan that's gonna solve my issues. Power button there, 3 modes. Bro, it's a portable battery as well, bruv. You can charge your phone with it. How hard is that? Let's actually put this to the test. Full blast power mode.
Why I think Chinese people are so smart. People criticize so much. Oh, Chinese this, oh, Chinese that. Do you think it's kind of hypocrite? We criticize so much, but yet possibly 80 to 90% of what we own, what we wear is made of China. You know why I admire Chinese people? Because they are so smart. They take all the criticism, but they don't retaliate. When other countries hear offensive words, what do? They retaliate by killing innocent people. But not China. No. You know what they do? They gather all the criticism and they turn it into a brick. But wait, what do they do with the brick? Well, they use the brick to build a wall, my friend. And that's how Chinese people will rule the world.
Hi TikTok refugees, welcome all of you guys on Red Note. This is Zoe and today I would like to share with you guys how to buy directly on Taobao as a personal user. I've been watching you guys' video for a couple of days now and there's one of the biggest issue you guys have been mentioning about, which is the living cost. And I even heard that some of you said you feel like you're robbed. Taobao is like one of the most commonly used shopping apps in China. So, in today's video, I'll break it down into 3 parts. One is about the language setting, one is about the delivery, and one is about the payment. So the first part is about the language setting. When it comes to the region and countries, we have all these selections. And if you're not on the list, you should choose the last one, which is the global. And when it comes to the language, there's only a few countries that are able to change to English. They are Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolian, and Georgia. So, for most of the TikTok refugees that are from the US, if you choose the global, you can't change into English. So my suggestions would be you could randomly choose any countries from above mentioned countries, and then you are able to change your language into English. However, this is only for the convenience when you're shopping. When you decided to place the order, you have to change your country back to the global. For example, this will happen when I choose the country as Australia, but my address is in the US. So we have to keep the consistency of your country and your address when you decide to place the order. The second part is about delivery. So there are mainly 3 methods for you to ship your items. The first one is direct shipping by Taobao. The second one is consolidation shipping by Taobao. The third one is the third-party consolidation shipping. For the direct shipping, I think it's more convenient for people who are not familiar with the whole process. It will be shipped door to door. However, the shipping cost is charged parcel by parcel. Also, there might be some restrictions for liquid, powder, products with battery. When you are buying some kind of like sensitive products, you may not able to do the direct shipping. The second method is consolidation shipping by Taobao. If you choose this method, your package will be sent to the same warehouse that is managed by the Taobao officially. They will charge you with a shipping cost only after all of your package arrive the warehouse and you get them into one order, and then they will charge you with the shipping cost. And the third method is the third-party consolidation shipping agent. So for the third method, you need to find a third-party consolidation shipping agent for you. When you're buying products, you just send those products into your third-party consolidation shipping agent, and they will inspect the product for you, taking pictures for you, and then like get them into one or more parcels and then send directly to you to your US address. So there's one differences when you're choosing the direct shipping and consolidation shipping by Taobao. For these 2 methods, you need to input your American address. However, for the third-party consolidation shipping, you need to input your agent's address. And the third part is about payment. Taobao supports Apple Pay and credit card and 支付宝. Thank you for watching. These are my introductions about how to buy directly from Taobao. At the end of the video, I would like to kindly remind all of you guys that be cautious of any transaction. If you decide to buy from Taobao, I suggest you to start with a small amount of money. Don't spend too much before you are familiar with the whole process. Apart from Taobao, we also have some other shopping apps like Pinduoduo 1688. So if you're interested in buying in a much better price from China, I'll do more researches and post more contents for you guys. Thank you for watching again.